I was 28 when I realized I wanted more than what my father had. He'd worked 40 years at the same plant, retired with a modest pension, and died 2 years later. I watched that money drain away on medical bills he didn't even live to understand. I decided right then that I would build something different. I would accumulate wealth that meant something. Real security. The kind of prosperity that protects you from the randomness of life. I wanted to be the person who never worried about a single bill, who could afford the best care, who could give my future family everything. That dream felt pure back then. It felt like responsibility. If you're wondering how someone can chase financial freedom so hard they end up trapped in a body that won't cooperate anymore, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this isn't about regret. This is about the price tag nobody mentions. So I went into investment banking. 90-hour weeks in my 20s. I told myself it was temporary. Build the foundation now, enjoy the wealth later. My firm in Chicago was ruthless about performance. If you weren't bringing in deals, you were gone. So I brought in deals. I learned to function on 4 hours of sleep. I learned to eat lunch standing up between conference calls. I learned that your body will keep going long after it starts begging you to stop. And the money started coming. By 32, I was pulling in $400,000 a year. By 35, I made senior VP and my compensation package hit 7 figures. I had wealth. I had the corner office overlooking Lake Michigan. I had the respect of people who didn't respect anyone. I remember the day I got that promotion, standing in that office, thinking about my father and his plant job and feeling like I'd done it, like I'd won. But here's what nobody tells you about winning like that. Your body keeps a ledger too, and it doesn't care about your portfolio. I was 37 when I started noticing the tremor in my left hand, just during stress at first. Then all the time, I ignored it. 38 when the migraines started coming 3 times a week, vision going blurry in the middle of presentations. I took pills and kept going. 39 when I couldn't sleep even when I tried, lying awake at 3 a.m. with my heart racing for no reason, feeling wealth accumulate in my accounts, while my nervous system fell apart. 40 when the cardiologist told me my blood pressure was dangerously high and I needed to change everything immediately. I nodded and went back to work. 41 when my doctor found the stress-induced ulcers and told me I was destroying my digestive system. I scheduled the follow-up appointment and missed it because of a merger deadline. The money kept growing. 8 million in assets. 10 million. 12. I could afford any treatment, any specialist, any medication. But what I couldn't afford was time. Time to heal. Time to rest. Time to let my body recover from what I'd done to it. Because taking that time meant losing deals, losing status, losing the wealth momentum I'd built my entire adult life creating. So I kept pushing. I kept choosing money over the warning signs. I kept telling myself that once I hit 15 million, once I made partner, once I closed this one last deal, then I'd slow down. Then I'd take care of myself. Then I'd use all that prosperity I'd accumulated to actually live. I was 42 when my body made the choice for me. I was in a meeting with a client from Tokyo. Major deal. 80 million on the table. I stood up to present the final terms, and my legs just gave out. Not gradually. Just gone. I hit the floor hard. The room went sideways. Someone called an ambulance. I remember lying on that conference room carpet, staring at the ceiling, thinking about how I had $12 million and I couldn't make my legs work. How all that wealth couldn't command my nervous system to cooperate. How being rich means absolutely nothing when your body breaks. The neurologist's diagnosis took 3 weeks. Chronic stress-induced neuropathy with early signs of autonomic dysfunction. Translation: I'd pushed so hard for so long that I'd damaged the nerves controlling my muscles and organs. Some of it would heal, some of it wouldn't. They couldn't say which. I asked if money could fix it, if there was some treatment, some specialist, some experimental procedure my wealth could buy. The doctor looked at me like I'd asked something insane. "Mr. Torres," she said, "money can't regenerate destroyed nerve tissue. Your body needed rest 20 years ago. It needed care and limits and sleep. Those things weren't expensive. They were free. You just didn't choose them." I spent 6 months in physical therapy, learning to walk without my left leg giving out randomly, learning to manage the pain that now lived permanently in my lower back and shoulders, learning to accept that at 43, with more money than I could spend in 3 lifetimes, I had the body of someone 20 years older, someone who'd been through a war. My wealth could pay for the best therapists, the best equipment, the most advanced treatment protocols. But it couldn't buy back the years I'd stolen from myself. It couldn't undo the damage I'd done chasing prosperity while my body begged me to stop. I'd see guys my age playing basketball at the park and feel this white-hot rage, not at them, at myself, for choosing conference rooms over movement, for choosing deals over health, for believing that accumulating wealth was the same thing as building a life worth living. I had prosperity. I was rich by any measure, and I couldn't run, couldn't carry groceries without my hand shaking so bad I'd drop things, couldn't sleep through the night without nerve pain waking me up. The money sat there in accounts earning interest while my body sent me bills I could never pay. Here's what I understand now that I didn't at 28. Your body is the only asset you can't replace. You can lose money and make it back. You can change careers, move cities, start over. But you get one nervous system, one spine, one heart. And when you break those things chasing wealth, all the prosperity in the world won't put them back together. I was rich. I had accumulated everything I set out to accumulate, and I'd traded my physical capacity to enjoy any of it. That's not wisdom. That's not success. That's just expensive failure. I stepped back from the firm at 44, not retired. Stepped back because I still couldn't fully let go of the money, the status, the identity I'd built. But I cut my hours in half. I started actually sleeping. I hired a trainer who specializes in nerve damage recovery. I see my doctors regularly instead of missing appointments. And very slowly, painfully slowly, some things are getting better. The migraines are less frequent. My hand steadies sometimes. I can walk a mile without my leg failing. Small victories that my wealth didn't buy. Time bought them. Rest bought them. Finally choosing my body over another deal. The hard truth? I could have had both. Not the same wealth, probably, but enough money and a body that still worked. I could have set limits at 30. Could have worked 60-hour weeks instead of 90. Could have made $500,000 instead of pushing for 7 figures. I still would have been rich. I still would have had prosperity beyond what most people dream of. And I'd be able to run, to sleep, to exist in my body without constant pain. But I chose maximum wealth over sustainable wealth. I chose being the richest over being healthy enough to enjoy being rich. And now I live with that choice every single day. So chase your ambitions. Build your wealth. There's nothing wrong with wanting financial security, with wanting prosperity, with wanting to never worry about money. But set limits. Sleep. Move your body. Listen when it tells you something's wrong. Because I promise you this, being rich with a broken body is not better than being comfortable with a body that still works. I learned that the most expensive way possible. You don't have to.